Hey guys, this is Mr. A. Crizzy here, and welcome back to another movie review. Today's movie review is going to be on the 2006 tragic comedy film, and it's also a road film too, and that's going to be on the 2006 movie from Fox Searchlight Pictures, Little Miss Sunshine. Yep, this movie is currently streaming on HBO Max, and I finally watched the whole movie, finally got my chance to watch it. And so, Little Miss Sunshine is about the Hoover family, and the Hoover family around a man, his wife, and an uncle, and brother, and a grandfather. They put the funds back in dysfunctional by piling it into a Volkswagen bus and heading to California to support a daughter in her bid to win the Little Miss Sunshine contest. The sanity of everyone involved is stretched to the limit as the group's quirks cause epic problems as they travel along their interstate route. And yeah, that's pretty much the basic plot of Little Miss Sunshine. So because recently I've been hearing things about this movie recently, and so I saw this movie is currently streaming on HBO Max. So yesterday when I got back from work, I finally watched Little Miss Sunshine on HBO Max, and I've been hearing like a lot of people have really been loving this movie. So I finally watched it. And I agree with you guys. This movie was very awesome. It's not just awesome, it was also fantastic as well. It was definitely a fantastic movie, and definitely one of the best movies of 2006. From Fox Searchlight Pictures. Excuse me. And even the performances I think are well done too. Like Abigail Breslin. Abigail Breslin does a great job playing the daughter in this film. Abigail Breslin. There's also Paul Dano. Like Paul Dano, who plays like a brother who doesn't talk until he breaks his silence. Like as we get to the 1 hour mark. Yeah, Paul Dano. He was also in a bunch of other films like There Will Be Blood and The Batman. And of course we can't forget about Steve Carell. Steve Carell, who was in this movie, he was great in the movie, just as always, because it's Steve Carell at his finest. Alan Arkin and Greg Kinnear. Like everybody in this movie did a great job working on this movie. It looked like they were having fun, and it's like you're really starting to understand understand the emotion of this movie and why it's not just a comedy but also a tragic comedy where it has a mixture of tragedy and comedy in them. And of course it's a road film too, because it's basically about like the family that travels to California in a Volkswagen bus. And yeah, and especially, I even said to one of my friends on YouTube here, I even said that my favorite part of Little Miss Sunshine is definitely the last act, of course. Like when they were at this Little Miss Sunshine pageant, like a contest, and it's basically they basically have a dance off to like a song including "You Can't Touch This" by MC Hammer. Yeah, the last act was definitely my favorite part, of course. Like when they were having like a dance off, and yeah, that was awesome. And yeah, and I gotta say, the best performance in this movie is not only Abigail Breslin, but also Steve Carell, because Steve Carell is definitely a talented actor. And yeah, Paul Dano was great in the movie too, just like how years later in March 2022, Paul Dano played the Riddler in the 2022 Batman with Robert Pattinson. I've heard Paul Dano was in a bunch of other movies. Like I said, he was in that Paul Thomas Anderson film There Will Be Blood. Yep. So overall, Little Miss Sunshine was a fantastic 2006 movie from Fox Searchlight Pictures, and I'm gonna give Little Miss Sunshine 5 out of 5 stars. It definitely deserves a 5 out of 5. I love this movie. I enjoyed everything about it, and not a single negative I can think of. So yeah, it's definitely a perfect movie and a fantastic movie from 2006. So yeah, if you're bored one day and you got nothing to watch, then I say this is a good recommendation for me. I recommend checking out Little Miss Sunshine if you haven't seen it yet. So there you have it, guys. That's going to be it for my movie review on Little Miss Sunshine. And that's going to be it for this video. So make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And as always, thanks for watching. And until next time, this is Mr. A. Crizzy saying goodbye, everybody, and that's about it.